There are times in the course of history when the actions of ordinary citizens spark movements for change because they speak to a longing for freedom that has been building up for years.
Dawn was still breaking in Libya on the 1st of September 1969 when a young desert Bedouin promoted to captain of the Revolutionary Army led a lightning coup that would forever change the country's destiny. Muammar Gaddafi, aged 27, exploited the absence of King Idris, who was receiving treatment at a clinic abroad, to seize airports, radio stations, and barracks, and within hours topple the monarchy without a single shot being fired. By proclaiming the Arab Republic of Libya, Gaddafi inaugurated a regime of terror that, in the decades that followed, would inspire the proliferation of despotism throughout the region. From Ben Ali's Tunisia to King Hamad's Bahrain, a long winter settled over North Africa and the Middle East, with government's repressive apparatus permeating every layer of civil society. Secret police carrying out mass arrests and systematic torture, and media censorship running unchecked. With youth unemployment rates ranging from 26 to over 50%, the wealth that gushed from oil wells in countries like Libya and Bahrain remained the privilege of corrupt elites who, to extract every last cent from their people's dignity, demanded bribes for access to the most basic services. But the children of Mesopotamia and the Nile, heirs to civilization's very cradle, would not remain on their knees. The world would discover this truth on the morning of the 17th of December 2010, when a young Tunisian vendor walked to the provincial government building and doused flammable liquid over his own body. By setting himself ablaze, Mohamed Bouazizi did not merely ignite an uprising. He awakened consciences that had long yearned for a battle cry. Young people took to the streets across over 10 countries, marching to lead their history into a new season. Facing tyranny with chests armored in hope, they brought forth the Arab Spring.
Cell phones and social networks allow young people to connect and organize like never before. And so a new generation has emerged, and their voices tell us that change cannot be denied.
For the first time, the promises of a new era traveled along the highways of social media. Facebook pages mobilized thousands in Egypt and Tunisia. YouTube videos carried the revolt from capitals to smaller cities in Yemen and Bahrain. Twitter hashtags fanned revolutionary flames in Syria and Libya. The new digital tools emerged as the mortal enemy of authoritarianism. Yet, in late 2010, Tunisian protest pages began mysteriously vanishing from Facebook. An inquiry led by the platform's chief security officer revealed a sophisticated phishing campaign orchestrated by Ben Ali's regime, which stole hundreds of user passwords through the state-controlled internet agency. Meanwhile, under Hosni Mubarak's direct orders, Egypt's 4 main internet providers shut down routers at the Ramses Exchange simultaneously, wiping out 93% of the country's networks within about 6 minutes. Internet monitoring experts labeled it almost entirely unprecedented in the history of the internet. But it was in the darkest night that a powerful ally orchestrated the counterattack to ensure the winds of change continued to blow: the United States of America.
In Cairo, we heard the voice of the young mother who said, "It's like I can finally breathe fresh air for the first time." In Sana'a, we heard the students who chanted, "The night must come to an end." In Benghazi, we heard the engineer who said, "Our words are free now. It's a feeling you can't explain."
Inspired by the visionary ideas of young State Department official Jared Cohen, the U.S. government poured millions into anti-censorship technologies, workshops on cyber activism, and quiet pressure on Silicon Valley giants, arming protesters with digital weapons to breach firewalls, give voice to the voiceless, and herald freedom's final triumph. In January 2011, Ben Ali fled Tunisia after 23 years in power. In February, Hosni Mubarak resigned from Egypt's presidency, which he had occupied since 1981. In October, Muammar Gaddafi was killed, ending his 42-year regime. 4 months later, Abdullah Saleh left power in Yemen, 33 years after assuming it. In the years that followed, digital freedom continued to demonstrate its strength, toppling governments from Ukraine to Sudan, swaying elections from Brazil to the Philippines, and fracturing geopolitical unions across Europe. But for how long would the very champions of the online democratic awakening tolerate the people seizing such command over their own destinies?
Indeed, one of the biggest reasons for democracy's weakening is the profound change that's taken place in how we communicate and consume information. We see that our new information ecosystem is turbocharging some of humanity's worst impulses. It's that in the competition between truth and falsehood, cooperation and conflict, the very design of these platforms seems to be tilting us in the wrong direction. The internet is a tool. Social media is a tool. At the end of the day, tools don't control us. We control them, and we can remake them.
And that's why it's been so difficult over the past 4 years when even the US government has pushed for censorship.
What's your message to platforms like Facebook?
They're killing people.
They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation, and that has to stop.
By going after us and other American companies, it has emboldened other governments to go even further.